I'm Tracy Baxter with today's Record Newswatch. She runs Benny's Buddies, a not-for-profit business in the town of Bethel that's billed as a no-kill animal rescue organization. Now, 71-year-old Gloria Smith faces 57 counts of animal cruelty after the Sullivan County Sheriff's Office got word of horrible conditions on the premises.
We obtained a search warrant and went to 330 Laird Road, which is the residence of a Gloria Smith, who also runs a not-for-profit animal rescue known as Benny's Buddies. At the location, we found numerous animals living in squalor. In fact, the conditions were absolutely atrocious. The building inspector was also notified and promptly responded and condemned the premises. We found animals in cages stacked up on top of each other. Essentially, they were defecating and urinating on each other. There were dogs that didn't have food or water. There were a couple of roosters whose spurs on their feet were overgrown. They couldn't walk properly, and their beaks were overgrown where they couldn't close their mouths. So essentially, these animals fell into the neglect category and had to be seized.
Shaboti says Smith has now been arrested 5 times on animal cruelty charges beginning in 2006 when a fire at her Lake Huntington home killed 48 cats and dogs. An animal control officer is attempting to place the animals that were seized from the house this week, though some may have to be euthanized. Shaboti referred to Benny's Buddies as a hoarding operation, saying Gloria Smith had gotten in over her head. As a result of this latest arrest, the Sheriff's Office will ask District Attorney Jim Farrell to have her give up her not-for-profit status as an animal shelter as a condition of any plea arrangement. A not guilty plea was filed in Ulster County Court this morning in behalf of David Reese, the man charged with the killing of a co-worker in a Kingston office building back in February. The 53-year-old resident of Gilboa, New York, was arraigned on a second-degree murder charge and will continue to be held without bail in Ulster County Jail. Reese is accused of walking into the DEP building where he worked and fatally shooting 33-year-old Aaron Thomas, a co-worker from Olive Bridge. Reese faces up to 25 years in prison if he is convicted on the second-degree murder charge. He will be brought back to court April 16th for a hearing to determine if he's eligible to be represented by the Public Defender's Office. Earlier this week, dozens of teachers and staff members showed up at a Fallsburg Town Board meeting to criticize the police department's handling of an investigation into the discovery of heroin and drug paraphernalia in a men's room at Kosar Elementary School. Now comes word the police department is replacing the school resource officer whose discovery triggered the investigation that's centered on 6 teachers and an aide. The decision to replace Officer Martin Gonzalez was posted in a message on the school district's Facebook page. During the meeting, Teachers Association official Patricia Berthoff said the department's handling of the investigation had severed the trust between Gonzalez and teachers in the school. Environmental and zoning approvals are still needed, but the Delaware Valley School Board has taken a major step towards construction of a new elementary school in Matamoros. The board has approved an agreement to buy 50 acres next to the existing Matamoros Fire Department building adjacent to Airport Park for $1.5 million from property owner Alan Weiss of Massachusetts. Delaware Valley school officials hope to have the Matamoros school open by August of 2016. They're the latest arrests that have been made by authorities in our area who continue to investigate cases of illegally obtained unemployment benefits. State police have charged 50-year-old Jeffrey Noddy of Shandaken with felony grand larceny and offering a false instrument for filing for allegedly getting more than $12,000 in jobless benefits over a 2.5-year period while he was employed. 32-year-old Leon Griffin of Newburgh faces the same charges for stealing over $5,000 in unemployment benefits from the State Labor Department while he was employed. And another Newburgh man, 27-year-old Chris Simmons, was charged with grand larceny and offering a false instrument for filing for taking more than $6,000 in unemployment benefits while he was working. It's money to be used to upgrade one of the major recreation areas in the city of Middletown. City officials, including Mayor Joe DeStefano and Park Superintendent Thomas Elwood, on hand at a news conference today to announce that a $39,000 grant has been awarded to Middletown from the Baseball Tomorrow Fund. That money, coupled with $36,000 from the city and an additional $7,000 more from Middletown's Little League and Babe Ruth League, will be used to renovate the 5 baseball and softball fields at Watts Memorial Park at Wisner and Watkins Avenues. The work will include field and dugout improvements, bleacher improvements, as well as new fencing.
There are budget restraints. Communities are under the 2% tax cap. We've met it 2 years in a row, the tax cap. We anticipate to hit it again. So what we have given direction to people like Tom and other departments is that if the city's unable to fund something, let's start looking for other resources. These fields, most of them, if not all of them, were devastated with Hurricane Irene or Sandy. I'm not sure which one, but both, Tom said. So we've put a lot of money into the fields already. After the first storm, then the second storm came, and we're not back to the level that we would like. So this money will go a long way to restore those fields to what they were, that we all enjoyed as kids.
The renovations will begin later this month or in early April, weather permitting. The Baseball Tomorrow Fund is a joint venture between Major League Baseball and its Players Association to promote the growth of youth baseball and softball. And there's good news for those who enjoy Walkway over the Hudson. The 21-story elevator that's been under construction will be open this spring, possibly within a few weeks. Completion of the $2.4 million project will make it easier for people to have more direct access to the waterfront on the Poughkeepsie side of the Walkway State Park that can be accessed by pedestrians in Poughkeepsie and across the river in Highland. Walkway officials say elevator construction's complete with only some aesthetic issues to be finished up and some final testing to be done before it is opened to the public. Wet weather will put a damper on at least a part of our upcoming weekend. Tomorrow will be cloudy with rain likely. It will be a little milder Friday with the highs in the low 50s. More clouds and rain in the forecast for Saturday, with temperatures topping out in the middle 40s. Stay informed by starting your day with the Times-Herald Record and stay connected to breaking news throughout the day right here at Record Online. For Record Newswatch, I'm Tracy Baxter.